Jai Hind, my dear children. So we are continuing the second chapter, electric potential and capacitance. In the last class, we have studied what is potential energy of a system of charges in the presence and absence of uniform electric field. Okay, now we are dealing with potential energy of a dipole in an external electric field. So we know what is a dipole. Dipole is an equal and opposite charge, a pair of equal and opposite charge separated by a small distance. Okay. Now this is a dipole plus q charge and minus q charge separated by distance 2a. It is placed in a uniform electric field. Okay, uniform electric field means magnitude and direction remains constant. Here I have taken the direction of electric field is towards right. The magnitude also remains constant. Okay. Now, so this is a dipole of dipole moment, and we know what is the direction of dipole moment from negative to positive. So this is the direction of dipole moment P. And dipole moment is placed in an external electric field E. E represents the external electric field. Let theta be the angle between the direction of dipole moment and electric field. Okay, so theta is the angle. So this is the assumption. Consider a dipole of dipole moment P is placed in an external electric field E. Theta be the angle between dipole moment and electric field. Okay. We know when a charge is placed in an electric field, it experiences a force. So when a charge Q is placed in an electric field E, it experiences a force F equals QE. So what is the force experienced by this positive charge F equal to QE? Since it is positive, it experiences a force in the same direction of electric field. And what is the force experienced by this minus Q charge F equal to QE in which direction? Opposite direction, electric field opposite direction. Okay, so here the electric field is towards right. Therefore, the force experienced by minus Q charge is towards left. So this will be the direction of force experienced by minus Q charge. And here the two forces are equal and opposite. Okay, QE, force experienced on plus Q charge and minus Q charge and equal and opposite, and hence net force is equal to 0. But these two forces are acting on two different ends of the dipole, isn't it? And hence it constitutes a couple. And because of the couple, the dipole begins to rotate. Already we know. Whenever couple is acting on an object, it experiences a torque. And because of the torque, the dipole begins to rotate. Okay, so here the dipole begins to rotate with a torque. So here torque is experienced on the dipole. So here, for example, we can consider like this. Here this is a dipole, force is experienced on this plus Q charge towards right. Force is experienced on this minus Q charge towards left. Both the forces are equal and opposite, and because of the torque, dipole begins to rotate until it aligns in the same direction of electric field. Okay, finally it aligns in the same direction of electric field. So what is the torque experienced by the dipole? Torque experienced by the dipole is tau equals Pe sin theta. So in the last chapter we have studied what is the formula for torque, derivation of torque. So torque experienced by the dipole placed in external electric field E is given by tau equals Pe sin theta. Okay, so because of the torque, the dipole begins to rotate. Okay, so for rotation, small work should be done. Whenever an object moves means there must be some work done. So here, because of the torque, the dipole begins to rotate. So there is rotating torque is there, and hence the small work done in rotating the dipole. First, we can take through a small angle d theta. Through a small angle d theta is, we know work is equal to force into displacement. No, here because of the torque, the dipole begins to rotate. So work done for rotation is given by dw is equal to torque into angular displacement d theta. Here since it is rotation, therefore angular displacement is d theta. So small work done in rotating the dipole through a small angle d theta is dw equal to tau d theta is equal to, we can substitute, tau is P is sin theta into d theta. Now we have to find out the total work done. So total work in rotating the dipole from some initial value theta 1 to final angle, let it be theta 2. So total work done in rotating the dipole from initial value theta 1 to final value theta 2, how will you find out the total work done? We can integrate. Okay, so integral to d theta from initial value theta 1 to final value theta 2. Clear? So we can integrate. Next step is integrate theta 1 to theta 2. We know tau equals p sin theta into d theta. And we have the formula integral sin theta d theta. Integral sin theta d theta is minus cos theta. You will study integration in maths. Okay, 12th standard maths. So integral sin theta d theta is equal to minus cos theta. Using that formula, we can write W equals PE sin theta d theta can be written as PE can be taken outside. Integral sin theta d theta is minus cos theta. You can apply the limits theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, children. So minus can be taken outside, minus P into applying the limits cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Upper limit minus lower limit. Right. Equals negative can be taken inside. PE into, here this becomes negative and second term becomes positive. Right. So cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So work done in rotating the dipole from theta 1 to theta 2 is W equal to P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So there are numericals relating this formula. Right? Now, the natural choice is theta 1 is 90 degree. So since theta is 90 degree means cos 90 is 0. Then the energy will be less, or energy will be cos 90 is 0, energy will be less, minimum. Therefore, usually theta 1 is taken as 90 degree and theta 2 can have any value. That can be taken as theta. Okay. So, therefore, work done. Substituting that, we can write PE cos 90 minus cos theta. This is a natural choice. Cos 90 is 0. Therefore, it is minus PE cos theta. And this work done is called potential energy. Okay, so what is the formula for potential energy? Potential energy is given by U equals minus PE cos theta. U equals minus PE cos theta. Okay, so since we know AB cos theta is equal to A dot B, using that U can be written as minus P dot vector P dot vector E. This is the vector representation. So potential energy is given by the formula U equals minus P cos theta or minus vector P dot vector E. Okay. Now we can discuss some cases, special cases. First case is if dipole moment and electric field are parallel. So that means we know this is electric dipole and this is the direction of lead, this is the direction of electric field. So according to the figure, dipole moment and electric field are along the same direction. If dipole is placed in the electric field, so the dipole moment and electric field are in the same direction, what will be the value of theta? Theta equals 0. Isn't it? Theta equal to 0. Now, we have the formula for potential energy is minus P cos theta, isn't it? And here theta becomes 0. Now, potential energy, since theta is equal to 0 degree, potential energy equal to minus PE. Potential energy equal to minus PE. So, here energy is minimum, negative value, no? And hence energy is minimum, and this is the condition for most stable equilibrium. So what is the condition for most stable equilibrium? When dipole moment and electric field are parallel. Okay, or theta is 90 degree. It is a condition for most stable equilibrium where potential energy has minimum value. Clear? Then number 2, second case. if dipole moment and electric field are anti-parallel. Second case. If dipole moment and electric field are anti-parallel. For example, like this, electric field is in the right hand side direction towards right, and dipole moment is like this, plus q charge here, minus q charge here. So dipole moment is towards left, negative to positive, no? So dipole moment. So here dipole moment and electric field are opposite. So what will be the value of theta? Theta is 180 degree, anti-parallel. Okay, so now theta is equal to 180 degree. Okay, now we have the potential energy is again minus P cos theta. Since theta is equal to 180 degree, so potential energy becomes plus PE. Cos 180 is minus 1. Minus into this minus becomes positive. So potential energy is plus PE. And here potential energy is maximum value. Positive value and maximum value. And hence it is a condition for most unstable equilibrium. Energy maximum means it is unstable. So this is the condition for most unstable equilibrium. Now the third case, what is the third case? If dipole moment and electric field are perpendicular. Like this, electric field in this direction, and dipole is placed here like this. Here minus q, here plus q. So dipole moment is in the downward direction. So dipole moment and electric field are perpendicular. Okay, or you can place plus q, minus q here and plus q here also. Then dipole moment in the upward direction. In both the case, dipole moment and electric field are perpendicular. So what will be the value of theta? Theta is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so again we can write potential energy is minus P cos theta, and since theta is 90 degree, potential energy becomes 0. Okay, so this is the perpendicular. If dipole moment and electric field are perpendicular to each other, potential energy becomes 0, and this is not in equilibrium. So it can be considered as a transition value. Can be stable or it can be unstable. Okay, so it is not in the equilibrium condition. Okay, children, so this is the potential energy of a dipole when placed in an external electric field. Just understand that this one, when a dipole is placed in external electric field, it experiences a torque, and because of the torque, the dipole begins to rotate. Okay, and it experiences a potential energy U equals minus PE cos theta. Clear? Thank you.